Each and every second, there's 1,739 credit card transactions that happen in the US, and each of them are worth around $90.89, which gives us a grand total for transaction value each second of $157,965. Here's how the global transaction figures look like, and these numbers are up to date as of the end of 2022, hence in real time, these figures could be higher. I found this info quite interesting, and today I want to share 7 not so commonly known facts just like this, and I'll put references to where I found all this information in the description below. And with that, let's get into it. Starting off with the first one, I didn't even believe this fact was real until I reread it twice, so here it is. If you take a look at your credit card's expiry date, you may notice that it's maybe a few years out. And the reason why credit cards expire is literally because of the magnetic strip not being functional most likely after 3 to 4 years of usage due to just wear and tear. Literally no other reason. So if all card numbers were virtual in the longer term, then there would basically be no more expiration date for a credit card is what I presume. It's a super common saying that America runs on credit. And if you ask me, take a second to think about it, how many credit cards on average does each American have? I saw the number before I could really think about it, yet I thought maybe 1, maybe 2 is a reasonable answer. Yet on average, each and every American has 3.8 credit cards. So pretty much like 4 credit cards per person. So without even including other debt-related products, such as personal loans, student loans, mortgages, etc., you're talking about, especially with the population of 330 plus million Americans, times basically 3.8, it's already exceeding 1 billion credit cards. This particular fact kind of gave me a reality check, and it's the fact that less than 50 years ago, women could never get approved for a credit card unless they had a husband as a co-signer. This meant for single women as well as married women without their husband's co-signment, they would automatically get denied for credit cards. It wasn't until the Equal Credit Opportunity Act of 1974 where all of this changed. With this act, they made it illegal for creditors to discriminate upon the following criteria, such as race, color, religion, natural origin, gender, as well as marital status. When it comes to the size of a credit card, there's not really a mini card or an extremely large card. If you notice, they're all the same size, not just in the nation, but worldwide. What I just said was the primary fact, but I wanted to take it a step further and ask, well, why is that the case? What I learned is that there's 2 reasons for this. The first is the ISO, the International Organization of Standards. It's the same group where if you've seen something that's ISO certified, that's the same ISO. The second group involved, I've never heard of them, and they're known as the International Electrotechnical Commission. These 2 groups came together and they decided that for credit cards, debit cards, and ATM cards, they would all be the same size as well as the same thickness. With the rise of metal credit cards over the last few years, I wouldn't think to myself, oh, is the thickness all the same of all these cards? Yet I would think, how in the world, if somebody wanted to just stuff more metal to make the card more intrinsically valuable, how would that work in a credit card swipe reader? Yet I guess this is the answer. When it comes to everything credit score, there's 3 CRAs, credit reporting agencies, which I'm pretty sure you've heard of, and they're Equifax, Experian, and Transunion. What's interesting about this is that Transunion didn't actually start in this space at all whatsoever. Transunion was founded in 1968 as a holding company for the Union Tank Car Company. It would deal with everything around railroad tank car leasing, manufacturing, and repair operations. Shortly after, it was acquired by the Credit Bureau of Cook County, which possessed 3.6 million credit accounts. After a couple more acquisitions and fast forward down the line with so much data at its behest, basically it became the Transunion that we know today. This is really obvious when you see it, and maybe you've noticed it in the background, and maybe you already know this, but I didn't know that this is 100% the case all of the time. Whether you have an American Express card, a Visa card, a MasterCard, or a Discover card, all of those 4, literally in sequential order, their credit card numbers start with the numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. So Amex for 3, Visa's 4, MasterCard's 5, and Discover's 6. You can literally look at your cards now and see that this is exactly the case. If you've ever typed in your credit card online and you get an error message, something to the effect of, "Sorry, please enter a valid number." The reason this is because they do a mathematical validation, a checksum, in the background to make sure that this is actually a real card number. If you give me the first 15 digits of your card number, I can 100% tell you what that 16th digit is, mathematically. And to see me do this live in real time using Mr. Beast's credit card, check this video out over here, and I'll see you there.